This is my pointless and stupid review for my China-made Springer KG-9. Just to start off, this gun is a complete waste of plastic. It's a piece of shit right out of the box. Even brand new, it works like shit. The only reason I got this gun is for looks, and that's probably the only good thing about it is its looks. And probably the only other reason I got it is because this is the only other version of the airsoft KG-9 out there. Maruzen made a copy of the KG-9. It was gas blowback, and they made it in the late 80s to early 90s. It's not sold anymore, of course, and you could find one and you'd probably be expecting to pay at least $400 for it. They need to make their own set of accessories and things like that. But I got this one just because of the looks. Paid for about $10-15 for it on eBay. But right out of the box, the gun shot like shit. It maybe has 100 FPS. Maybe I'm being a little harsh on it, but its accuracy is about that of spitting at something. You could hit something more accurately spitting than this gun could. I mean, I was aiming at something fucking 5 feet away, and I missed it by at least 5 inches. It was just horrible. I think some of it has to do with the fact that this front barrel moves a little bit, which actually it comes out. It freaking pops off. On top of that, the barrel itself, right here, you can move it around in a complete circle. And it's got this stupid little sheath right here, which doesn't want to come out. But it's a little reflective metal sheath, which you can be seen in there. But the freaking barrel moves around, and I think I just took the barrel out. That's an example of how freaking shitty this is. I just accidentally took the barrel off of this gun. And oh my goodness, like that's completely shitty. Okay, let's see if I can put this back in. Okay. The gun, the cocking handle doesn't even look that good. And I would actually expect it to break a little bit after a while. And I wouldn't get this gun, ever, except for looks. Yeah, see, that sounds pitiful. Sound like a fart. Now, the magazine. It's probably one of the better parts and the more crappier parts of the gun at the exact same time. It's got about 15-20 round capacity. It's got a follow right here on the side. Pull down, locks into place. Surprisingly enough, oh my gosh, it has features. It has a button on the bottom to release it. Now the reason for that, which I noticed, which I was pretty interested at this, I think it's a cool thing for the mag. This little bay right here is to load BBs. You lock that back, you pour BBs in there, you know, something like this, and then you release it forward again. But about the third time putting the gun, putting the mag in the gun with BBs, one of these little rabbit ears, in fact, this one right here, broke off and sprayed BBs all over the inside of the mag well. And that pissed me right off, because it was the same day that you got the gun. But what do you expect from something made from China? And I probably shouldn't even been firing. But just putting the mag in the gun broke it. I've since fixed it, but there's a tiny small increment when I glued it that allows it so the BBs don't fit snugly as they should between the rabbit ears. But you know what? I was never going to use this gun in a fight anyway, unless I wanted to get totally fucking owned. The gun's light as hell. I bet if I dropped this from my desk to the floor, something would break. The handle actually flexed a lot when you held it, since it's got a mold seam. It comes in 2 halves. It's got a mold seam down the middle. I actually put grip tape right here for the sake of it annoying the shit out of me, because when you grip the handle, the 2 halves would flex past each other like this, and you could feel it in your fingers, and you just want to throw the gun at somebody. But how I mentioned that Maruzen made, the first gas blowback copy of this, because obviously this wasn't made 15 years ago. When I got this gun, one thing I noticed, which had me laughing my ass off when I found it, was on the side of the mag well right here, about right here, right on top of this oval type thing right above it. It says Maruzen. That means that those people in China took a gas blowback Maruzen KG-9 and then copied it and turned it into a shitty Springer. And didn't even have the common courtesy to take the original manufacturer label off of it. That they could get sued for that. Personally, I don't believe they did that. The only good points about this gun is that it's almost completely and utterly accurate to the real thing. Of course, it doesn't have the finer details that the real gun would have, but I got this thing purely for the looks and to use in reference for my art, and I already did. But other than that, this gun doesn't have accuracy for shit, doesn't have FPS for shit, construction is shit. Loading the gun broke it. And it's got this shitty little reflective sticker right here, which is annoying the shit out of the camera. That I could peel off if I really wanted to, but I'm going to leave that on there for the sake of it looking vaguely okay. Though it does say KG-9 on the side, now mainly Luger, and Miami. It's got the original trademarks, which were probably on the Maruzen. So they didn't put this on here just for the sake of it being realistic. They just put it on there because they were too fucking lazy to take it off. But, that about concludes my shitty and pointless review for my Airsoft China-made Springer KG-9.